Same thing, the entire folder is being pushed to remote, correct?
Yes, yeah.
So is it possible to do any one file, or every time we need to push at a folder level? Or?
No, it won't push entire folder level, right? Whatever they changes the file, that will only push. That is why you have a git status, right? When you run a git status, it will
Okay,
track whatever the files it is changed and they only get pushed. It won't push entire folder, no.
okay. So in real time, right? Let's say my script is, I mean, two people are working on one single script. My
Uh-huh.
script. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
let me say I did some changes and I
Mm-hmm.
committed the script into my local repository,
Mm-hmm.
and my colleague is working on the same script. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
On I mean, is there a condition that or criteria that he should commit the code into the local repository before being pushed? So I mean, the first step, getting committed, right? So what would be
You're
the
talking you're
acceptance
talking about
criteria?
the conflicts actually. What will
Yeah,
happen if you have a
exactly.
conflict?
Yeah,
Yes,
conflicts.
I'll get to that one. Don't worry. After that's why I created a different user and doing this one. Okay, we'll come
Okay.
to that one. Hold on.
Okay, sir. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Now what will happen is, if you see right now we have two people working on this one, right? So I want to edit this. So let me little bit uh nano. I'm going to say readme. So I'm going to say here. Okay, I'm going to say, so see, readme also there is some rules actually. You can like GitHub or git readme syntax. So many people takes normal about the readme actually, but you see this. So your file should be as MD or markdown extension normally. Okay, so if you see one, it's an italic, whatever it is, italic. If you give 2 stars, it's a bold. Okay, so let's do one thing. I want to do something like this. I'm going to give here this line added from the Linux machine. Linux machine. I'm going to put 1 star. Click on OX. Now if I say git status, if you see I have only one file modified. So what I'll do, git add dot, and I'll say git commit added italic in readme. Okay, and I'll say git status git push origin master. Okay, it was been pushed. What I'll do, I basically go here, not git ignore. See this line? This line is added from Linux machine. Like that, you have multiple things, guys. Here, if you come down, right, if you want to have a h1 tag here, h1, it will actually a big heading actually. H2 is a little smaller. So what I can do, and you can also give like this. One, it is an item. So like this, you can actually line items, you can give something like this. If you want to put some images, what you can do, you can put like this. If you want to put some links, right, http, you can put something like this. Really. So if you want to block codes inline, there are a lot of things are there. You don't use everything, but what we can do is, for example, this can be helpful if you want to have a h1 tag. So if you want to one, actually if you use one, it will be h1, it will be two. So let me show it to you again. Here again I'll say readme. If I go here, I'll say so I give one tag, I say I love DevOps. Okay, let's try to give like this: git status git add dot added headings. Okay, let's go back here and refresh it. Guys, I made a mistake, looks like. Okay, let me see. I need to give this one, guys. I forgot h1, h2, h3. Oh, okay. So what I can do is, so here is a overview of anywhere GitHub own text files. Okay, let's me do one thing. I made mistake, right? So see this? I don't need to give that one actually. If I give h1, it should work actually. So this is incorrect. So like this, you can actually give the headings. Fine then. Now what is important thing here is, let me remove this mistake. This is actually giving me two advantages. One is actually I'm actually able to do multiple commits actually. Okay, good, right? Now what is this is not important, guys. You see there is underline line also anyway. So this is not important. The important is here git log hyphen hyphen one line. This is important. If you see right now, so what I have is I have somewhere like 6 commits. Okay, but if I go here, if I say git log hyphen hyphen one line, then I have only 3 commits. Okay, now what you need to do is, you should not basically, it is always recommended you run something called as git pull, guys. Don't ever edit it without running a git pull. What is a git pull means? If I write git pull, it will talk to the remote repository and check it out if there are any extra. Right now if you see this our Windows machine still is at 3rd commit, but we have this one at 7th commit, so there is a 4th commit change. So what we'll do, if I git pull, hit enter, right, it should connect and it should actually download some stuff actually. Now if I say git log, again one line, so it is saying that one, see it is saying enumerating, still it is there. Let's do one thing, git, I'll say git remote hyphen v, I'll say git pull, and I need to give the, this is the remote branch is master. Now if you see, it was been updating, and then they'll see it is showing one file change, 5 insertions. Okay, now if I say git log hyphen hyphen one line, now if you see, both should have same thing here. If I put side by side, right, if you see, both are having same commits actually. So it is very important, every day you go to the office, and if you are using the old repository, run a git pull on that one, because there might be a chance your co-workers has committed something which you don't have locally. The moment you run git pull, right, if there are no conflicts, that means, so you both are working in different modules and you are not editing the same files, during that time there won't be any conflict actually. Then you'll get something like, it is very easy. That means almost it will git pull, and now immediately it will say that one, okay, it will pull, and both are having same commits. But this is not the same case. Sometimes what will happen, there is a chance both of you can edit basically a same file, right? There is a chance. In that case, it can cause you a conflict, which was one of the student asked a few minutes before, right? How can we solve that? Okay, that is where you're going to get conflicts, guys. Okay, how can I solve that? Now let's edit the same file, since we both have same thing, right? Now this guy, the Linux guy, going to open the readme, and he's going to edit the first line, saying that batch, you're going to say this repo is for awesome English DevOps. Okay, and I'm going to save it. I'm going to say git add or git status, git add, git -m, I'll say awesome. Okay, I'm not pushing it, guys. Okay, so if I say git log one line, you can simply saying that it is actually right now awesome. But let me remove this one line, then it will give clear picture. Now if I go up, right, one thing you need to understand here is we have heat here, but it should also show the remote, which is actually, okay, let me show it from here. It is not showing from here, this something like this actually. Okay, let me do something here as well. I'm going to add, instead of magnificent, maybe the English code is incorrect, but anyway, so I'm going to put something save, and I'm going to add git status and git add, git commit -m. Let me get a right word for guys. Magnificent. Okay, so I'm going to say git status, now git log -one line. Now here if you see here right now, my head, that means the latest commit right now is in latest commit, my head is in latest commit, and I'm in the master branch, but my remote master is this one. My remote master is here actually. Fine, still I'm not yet pushed. Similarly in the case of here as well, but in Linux, due to some reason it won't show, guys, where is the master, everything. But if I go one line, you can see like actually your master, see your remote master, something same here actually, origin master should be like it, but this is the latest commit. Now what will happen, now I'm going to push it actually, say git push origin master. Now it has pushed actually. Now I have pushed, and we pretty much know that both edited the same line. Now if I try to push it again from here, where is this push? Now you should get an error actually. See this? It is saying failed to push some references. Updates are rejected because the remote connections work that you do not have locally. So it is giving error. So that means, so simply put, your it is saying that you need to fail actually, because what will happen is bracket fetch first. It is simply saying you need to fetch it. That means you need to git pull it first, because there is a work which is in the remote, it's not there in locally. That is what updates are rejected because the remote contains a work that you do not have locally. This is usually caused by another repository pushing to the same reference. You may want to first integrate the remote changes, for example git pull, before pushing. Okay, now what I'm going to do is anyway, see here right now, this is the situation, right? It is showing still magnificent, right? Okay, I'm going to do something here. I'm going to git pull. So git pull, and I'm going to give the branch and master this one and say master. Now what will happen, there should be a config actually. See this, say merge config in readme. This is what you're going to get. So if two people have did the same change, this is the error you will get it. And if I open here, now you're going to see something like this. Earlier you have only one thing, you have only magnificent, right? Now what will happen, it is saying current change. That means whatever you did, right, this is the head. Right now this is the change, and incoming change, that means it is coming from when you run a git pull, it is actually coming from the top. See this is the commit id of that one. So it will actually give you. So what you have an option. If you have installed the git and everything, you have accept the current change, accept the incoming change, accept the both the changes, compare the changes. So you have these two actually. Okay, now what we can do, okay, you found out that one, okay, awesome is good than magnificent, right? Sorry, magnificent. Okay, so what you want, okay, I said accept incoming change. If we do that, then we have awesome English change. So I'm going to save it. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'll say, okay, so unresolved conflict, we've done it actually. Now if I say git status, mm, 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 git pull master. So pulling is not because we have unmerged files. Okay, so I say git add dot git commit hyphen m merged. Okay, I simply say merged and selected awesome. Git push. So what will happen, it will create a new one. Now git push origin master. Now it will push, guys, check it out. It will push. That means right now if I say git log hyphen hyphen one line. Now if you see, everything is in the same thing, one line, sorry, not online. Now if you see, so this is actually my commit actually. And if you see, awesome was the one which committed, right? Awesome was done from the Linux actually, so that's why it is earlier done. So when you merged it, awesome went before, and then magnificent come here, and here is the latest commit. So if I go here, refresh it, you should see awesome. Now here is the important thing. So this is the commits, right? But if I go to the Linux, if I say git log one line, now if you see, I'm still at, if you see, you see the exact difference here. I'm actually missing two commits actually. So what I need to do, what I need to guys now, can anyone?
To pull in again, to pull again.
Yes, we need to
You
do the pull. So what I'm going to make it up to date, so that both are in the same page. So that's why pull is more important than push. Remember that always. Okay, you need to pull to just to make sure. Git pull sorry, I think I need to give this one, right? Okay, hold on. Okay, done. Now what I'm going is git log hyphen hyphen one line. Now I should have everything. So if we go here, compare it right now. See this, everything is up to date, right? This is how you need to resolve the conflicts. Clear, guys? Someone asked the question how you solve the conflicts. You got it right?
So Harsha, I just want to confirm my understanding.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever we push the code into the remote, right, we need to
Mm-hmm.
make sure like we need to do the updates on the latest version of that particular piece of code, correct? That is the reason
uh,
we pulling in.
okay, first thing, you went to the office. Okay, you are on leave for 2 days, for example, imagine. Okay,
Okay, okay,
and your team is already working on the project, right? Once you go it, you are 2 days behind, right? You should not immediately push it. First thing what I will do is, first I'll run a pull. Okay, just to so
right.
that what are the changes happened past 2 weeks, it will merge it. In case they have edited your code, then the conflict arises, right? Then you resolve you talk, the guys next to you only, we're going to talk. Okay, what is the code you changed? Do you want me to put this and shall I remove that? You discuss, and then you actually commit it whichever you want, and then you push it. That's it, and you again pull it, so you'll get everyone has the same code. That is how you need to do.
Okay, yeah, that part I understand, Harsha. So
Hmm.
what if someone changes the code or commits the code after I pulled in and before I commit? I mean, before I push it back. You
Okay,
get my point? I know this
so
is
come again.
okay. So let's say today morning I pulled into the code. After
Hmm.
2 days I'm coming back to office. Today morning I pulled into the code and I have the
Hmm.
latest version. Okay, and
Okay,
I'm working through the whole day. And the
you
evening
don't
I
work.
want to.
No, you don't do that. You commit for every hour at least. You don't wait
Okay,
for
we
whole
commit
day.
for every.
You don't wait for whole day, because leave about the pulling. In between your laptop crashes, you lose all work, right?
Okay,
So that's not what we do. It is always recommend, whenever it is possible, whenever you feel that it's a more code is there, you commit it immediately.
okay. So okay, so I get that point. Before I commit, right? Before I push it, what if someone is doing a commit in between?
So what will happen? You will get a conflict, right? It won't allow you. It will say that somebody else is actually did the work, right? So
Okay,
it will.
then again I need to
So
pull it back.
yeah, you pull it. You pull it. When you get that error, it will simply say remote has different work. You pull it, and if there is a conflict, resolve it and commit again. That's it.
Okay, got it. Yeah. So I just want to make sure like every time before I push the code, if there is a conflict, then we need to pull it again and
Yes,
resolve the conflict and push it again. Okay, got it.
that's right. Yes, yeah. Right? Clear, right? Anyone, guys?
Yeah.
Are we clear?
Harsha, I have another doubt.
Go ahead.
What if I do two changes, right? Or first, like, for example, uh, at 10 o'clock I did some change and I
Mm-hmm.
pushed the code, and at 10:30 I did another change and I'm pushing it back, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in that time, should I need to pull the code again before I do the 10:30 commit?
See, you only need to pull the code if somebody else push to the repository. If you did the change, it is already there in the local, right?
Ah,
What do I
yeah,
mean?
that makes sense.
So
Okay,
if
okay, yeah,
somebody
yeah,
else
sorry,
make
yeah,
the
I
change,
did.
you need to pull it. So if you make the change, why you need to pull it? It's already there locally. Why you are
Okay,
pulling the
okay, no, I
code? Maybe other people
conflicts.
have the
Yeah.
doubt. The reason you are pulling the code is because it is not there locally in your repository, in your local, right? That is why you're pulling. So if you're already, if you are doing the changes, it is local to your machine, so it's not a conflict.
Okay, yeah. So only when the base version conflicts between my machine and the remote, this we need to resolve the conflict before we pushing.
Yes, yeah. You need to pull
Okay,
anyway.
okay,
First, it's not about resolving conflicts. If you pull it, if there is a conflict, then you need to resolve that conflict. Otherwise, it will actually merge immediately.
yeah, okay, yeah, got it, Harsha. Yeah, I got it now. Yeah.
Yeah. Any questions, guys? Okay, good. Okay, let's take a 5 minute break actually, and then we'll start again. So we'll start in another 5 minutes, guys. Like it is, what is the time now? It is 9:57, and we'll start by 10:03 actually. Yeah, let's take a 5 minute break. Hold on.